Tomorrow is the anniversary of one of the most historically significant events in our lifetime, the fall of the Berlin Wall. We are giving you a fascinating firsthand account of this extraordinary day.
I was in Berlin the day the wall fell, November 9th, 1989.
Bill Brunkhart was a 19-year-old sophomore at Pepperdine University studying abroad in West Berlin. November 9th, 1989 started with he and his friends taking a rare opportunity to visit communist-controlled East Berlin.
Fortunately, even someone was trying to escape that day and was shot.
Unbeknownst to them, that would be the last person shot trying to escape to freedom. After returning to West Berlin a few hours later, Brunkhart's crew was at a bar when suddenly they saw something amazing.
Checkpoint Charlie was on the TV, which was only about 200 feet from us, and they were just letting people out.
The fraternity brothers racing outside, camping out to witness history on top of the wall at Brandenburg Gate.
Brandenburg Gate was where President Reagan gave the speech 2 years before.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
All of a sudden, some of us started to jump down onto the East German side, and we didn't know what was going to happen. A row of about 100 guards line up and start walking
Towards you?
Towards us. And we didn't know what to think, so we're like scrambling to get back up on the wall.
Then a West German making a grand gesture to his former enemy soldiers.
Jumped down and walked over and gave them a rose. That was pretty incredible, because 12 hours earlier, 24 hours earlier, they would have been shot.
Years later, Brunkhart would end up working for then former President Ronald Reagan.
He would be very emotional about the Berlin Wall and what he did there.
Remembering a conversation with his boss about events leading up to the fall of the Berlin Wall.
Did you have any idea that this was going to happen? And he said, well, we got an anonymous telex, and all it said was, Mr. President, you shall have your wish. And that was about 3 weeks before the wall fell.
Brunkhart says President Reagan showed American might in more than speeches and conversation, keeping tabs on Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev at all times.
And when there would be a high-level cabinet meeting all day for Gorbachev, Reagan would send up an XR-71 Blackbird at 100,000 feet, and the Soviets didn't have anything that could intercept it, or a missile. And they would just go back and forth right over where Gorbachev was and create sonic booms every 30 seconds the entire day.
President Reagan has been credited with ending the Cold War, a legacy Brunkhart says made the 40th president very proud. Shannon O'Brien, Fox 4 News.